Hello friends, I welcome you all on my YouTube channel Rasayan Setu. So friends, in today's video, we are going to discuss previous year questions of coordination chemistry which was asked in your IIT JAM 2018 exam. Okay, so let's start. Now see, this is your first question and it says the correct order of del O, the crystal field splitting energy in the octahedral crystal field splitting of d orbitals values for the following anionic metal complexes is. Okay, and you have four options friends. Here you give four metal complexes and you must find the order of their delta O respectively. Okay, so let's do the solution of this question. See, as you see, all four options, we have four compounds, we have four complexes in this question. We have four complexes. See, IRCN whole 6 3 minus, RHCN whole 6 3 plus, RHI6 3 plus 3 minus, and CO I6 3 minus. Understand friends, we have these four complexes: iridium, ruthenium, rhodium and cobalt. Iridium, rhodium and cobalt. We have three metals, and Cn and iodine we have two ligands, and we must find the order of delta O among them. Okay, now friends, we have as you see, in all these complexes we have three metals, that is iridium, rhodium and cobalt. So first you must find the relationship between delta O and your transition metals, and you must find the relationship between delta O and ligand strength. Then after you can relate, you can find the order of delta O of these all complexes. Okay, so first we have three metals, that is iridium, rhodium and cobalt. Understand? And we have two ligands, that is Cn minus and I minus. So friends, as we know that the value of del O within a group varies in the order. What is the order of delta O within a group? We see that the order of del O within a group in your transition metal is 3D is less than 4D is less than 5D. Remember this order. Okay, this is the order of delta O within a group. So it means a metal having 5D orbitals produces more CFSE than 4D or 3D metal. Okay, so metal having 5D orbitals produces more CFSE, more del O than 3D and 4D metals. Understand? And here you can observe that cobalt is your 3D metal, rhodium is your 4D metal and iridium is your 5D metal. Cobalt is 3D, rhodium is 4D and iridium is 5D metal. Understand? So what is the order of delta O of these metals are: iridium is greater than rhodium is greater than cobalt. This is the order of del O of these metals. Okay, now how can we relate delta O with ligand strength, that we know the relation that del O increases with strong field ligand or strong ligand. Okay, so del O increases with strong ligand. As the ligand field strongs, the value of del O will also increase. Okay, as ligand field increase, the value of del O will increase. So here the del O for Cn is greater than del O for I minus. This is the order of del. Now on the basis of these two relations, you can find the order of all these complexes of del O. Okay, so here you can see that lowest del O for cobalt and I. So your lowest del O value for complex is COI63 minus. Now for ruthenium you have two complexes. First complex is with Cn and next complex is with iodine. So you know that CFSE of iodine is less than Cn minus. So first one, so RHI6 value of del O of RHI6 3 minus is less than value of del O of RH Cn6 3 minus. Okay, then ultimately the highest value of del O among these complexes are for iridium Cn6 3 minus according to your given relationships between metals and del O and ligands and del O. You must know these relations. These are very important relations. Okay, so according to this relation, this is your order, and you can relate this order with your option number B. See in the corner, you can see that option number B can relate with this order. Understand, friends? So your option number B is the correct answer. Now we move towards next question. And see, it says the number of possible isomers for this complex is where py is pyridine. You must find the number of isomers of this coordinate complex, friends. Okay, this is a numerical answer type question. You can put the value. Okay, so we can solve the solution. See, we have complex that is platinum bind with pyridine, ammonia, bromine and chlorine. As you know, friends, it is a square planar complex. With MABCD type. Okay, a square planar complex with MABCD type. MABCD type means a metal can bind with 4 different ligands. And you know very well that in these type of complexes we have 3 geometrical isomers. So this compound have 3 geometrical isomers. And how can we draw the geometrical isomer of this compound? See, we can draw the MABCD type of geometrical isomer that we can fix any of the ligand position. For example, here we can fix the position of A, and after that we can simultaneously change the position of another ligands. For example, in your first isomer, the A and B can be trans to each other, and another isomer the A and C can be trans to each other, and the third isomer the A and D can be trans to each other. So in all these isomers, A can be fixed and B, C, D can change their relative positions. Okay, or either you can fix the position of B or C or D. There is no restriction that you can fix only A, but either you can fix B or C or D, and after that you can change the relative position of rest all ligands. Okay, so now here we can fix the position. Suppose NH3. So first isomer is this NH3, Py, Br and Cl. Now see here, NH3 and bromine can trans to each other. Now we can change the relative position of these three ligands. Now in your next isomer, you see that NH3 and Cl can trans to each other. In first Br, next one Cl. Now what is left? Our pyridine. So in third isomer, the NH3 and pyridine can be trans to each other. Here what we do, we fix the position of NH3, and after that we can change the relative position of other ligands. So these three geometrical isomers are present in this given compound. So your answer will be 3. You can put the value of this question. So answer will be 3. Okay friends. Now we move towards next question. And see, it says the magnitude of CFSE of octahedral TiH2O whole 6 3+ complex is 7680 per centimeter. The wavelength at the maximum absorption of this complex is in nanometer rounded up to nearest integer. So friends, we have the value of CFSE of this complex in the centimeter inverse unit, and we must find the value of lambda max of this complex in the units of nanometer. Understand friends? So now we do the solution for this question and see. We have complex TiH2O whole 6 3+. It means we have titanium metal in +3 oxidation state, and you know very well in titanium +3 its electronic configuration will 3d1, which means T2G1 Eg0. And we know in octahedral complex the value of CFSE will be given by minus 0.4 into P plus 0.6 into Q into del O, where P is a number of unpaired electron in your T2G orbital and Q is a number of unpaired electron in Eg orbitals. And in this case the number of T2G electrons is 1 and Eg is 0. So here value of CFSE will be given by minus 0.1 into 1 plus 0.6 into 0 del O, which is equals to minus 0.4 del O, because this term will become 0. So we have CFSE as a minus 0.4 del O. Okay, and you know in our question the value of CFSE is given in units of centimeter inverse, that is 7680 centimeter inverse is equals to minus 0.4 del O. So from this your value of del O, that is crystal field splitting energy, will be given by CFSE upon 0.4, which is equals to 7680 upon 0.4. And when you solve this solution, we have the value of del O in the form of 19200 centimeter inverse. So remember, we have value of crystal field splitting energy is 19,200 centimeter inverse. Okay, this is also a value of energy. So we know the relation between energy and wavelength, that E is equals to hc upon lambda. Okay, and this relation is in joule per mole. Here energy is in joule per mole. So first you can convert this energy into centimeter inverse, and for convert to energy in centimeter inverse we can divide both side by hc. So to convert it into centimeter inverse, we can divide both side by hc. Now what happens after this conversion? We have E upon hc is equals to hc by lambda into hc. So here hc to hc cancel, so E upon hc is equals to 1 upon lambda, and you know E upon hc is equals to del O. Okay, because here you see that energy is in centimeter inverse, and when it divide by hc, it will be convert into your centimeter inverse. So joule per mole convert into centimeter and inverse, and when it converts into centimeter inverse, it will be equal to your del O. So here 1 by lambda is equals to del O, which is a 19200 centimeter inverse. So from this your lambda will be 1 upon 1900 centimeter. So lambda is equals to 520.83 into 10 to the power minus 7 centimeter. So from this, but you know, in question we can our answer should be in nanometer, so it will be so when you convert centimeter into nanometer, it will be multiplied by 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, so it will be equals to 520.83 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter, which is equals to, and you know, when 10 to the power minus 9 meter, sorry, here we can convert centimeter into meter, so from this we can multiply by 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, and because of this it will be by 10 to the power minus 9 meter, and you know 10 to the power minus 9 meter is equals to nanometer. And in question you must put the value in rounded up to nearest integer. So nearest integer of 520.83 will be 521 nanometer. Understand, friends? Okay, so your answer is 521 nanometer. This is a numerical answer type question, so you can put the value. So your answer is 521 nanometer. The value of CFS, the value of lambda max is 521 नैनोमीटर. अंडरस्टैंड? ओके, सो फ्रेंड्स, ये थे आपके कुछ क्वेश्चंस जो आपके जैम 2018 में पूछे गए थे कोऑर्डिनेशन केमिस्ट्री से. आई होप आपको समझ आए होंगे. फिर भी किसी भी तरह की डिफ़िकल्टी आए तो कमेंट सेक्शन में आके ज़रूर पूछिए फ्रेंड्स. सो थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.